loves it. The back. Any pitch with bounce he loves, so he can sit back and play those pull shots just like that.
Oh, that sounded all right. It is all right. What a gorgeous strike, straight down the ground for 6. 108 for 1 from 50.
Light work of this. Scorching hot here at Old Trafford. The women lost badly against the Trent Rockets in the early game this morning and early afternoon. And Trent Rockets, who are 2 from 2, are making very light work of what should be a challenging total.
Oi. Hey, man.
81 required from 49, 9 wickets in hand. Milan flying, strike rate of 220. Kola Cadmore has just stuck one in the old pavilion. Oh boy, the head stayed down, and he has nailed this. What a strike from Tom Kola Cadmore. Anything you can do, Dawid Malan, anything you can do, Alex Hales, I'm having a bit of a dip at as well.
Well, this is phenomenal. After the power play, there was 60 for none. It's easier to bat in the power play, only 2 fielders out, ball is hard. They're continuing to go. So much harder to, well, in theory, Butch, to find the boundary outside of the power play, but some of this striking has just been phenomenal.
Just watch here. Head down, head is right over the ball at point of contact, and it stays down. Milan has done exactly the same thing. Whoever's doing the range hitting coaching for Trent Rockets. Oh, Trey Russ doesn't even move here. He doesn't even bother. Just throw it back. Ball striking is phenomenal now.
Goal there, Butch. Head stays absolutely still. Doesn't even look where the ball's going. Maximises the power. 93 meters.
He goes again. Oh, it's just magnificent. It really is. I know there'll be some out there who are saying, oh, well, it's not fair on the bowlers. You need to give something back to the bowlers. Just for now, appreciate this ball striking masterclass. Head down again. That was the previous one. And that was the final ball of that Parkinson set. 3 6s from that set of 5 from the original's main weapon, really, in these circumstances, in these conditions. And he's just being battered out of the game. 62 required from 45.
Wasn't expecting this much at the halfway point.
No,
My money was well and firmly on the originals to defend this, but we are being treated to a phenomenal knock. Milan 67 of 27. They only need 6.89 now per 5 balls. They really have made a dent. Originals, they were 87 for 1 at the same point.
Oh, I think that's out of here again. Yes, it is. Oh, unbelievable from Milan. And he just strolls up the pitch afterwards as though it's the easiest thing in the world to do.
A pretty sure this is to the longest part of the ground as well, Butch, here at Old Trafford. It's only just gone over and it's still 86 metres. Good effort.
Oh, mishit. Call him in. Send somebody else out there. Just phenomenal. Milan hasn't left his crease either. It's not like he's running at it. Just again, I mentioned having the firm base, the feet steady in the ground, using the hips as well as the upper body. They're just crunching it out of the park. Could be out, not out.
Well, Andre Russell, he knows that's a missed opportunity, even though it's Kola Cadmore. He's still going nicely, 18 off 10. He struck it pretty firmly, it's come flatter. Andre Russell might have just dipped, but that will go down as a drop catch.
Wide ball. Prior to the single that was hit off the second delivery of this set from Sean Abbott, Rockets had hit 6 sixes in 9 balls.
As you do.
But I mean, and none of them were slogs, not one.
Yeah.
Just wonderful ball striking. That's going to go for 4 as well. Can't do right for doing wrong at the moment, the Manchester Originals, and this ground is now deathly quiet.
Yeah, it's great to watch, even though clearly it didn't go where Kola Cadmore wanted. It's that intent. All they're thinking, these players, all they're thinking every single ball is where's the boundary. They're thinking 4, they're thinking 6. They're not thinking where can I get off strike, where can I squeeze a 2. They want the boundaries every single ball.
Bit hard, settled for a single. 60 balls gone, 40 left, 49 needed.
An edge, brilliant bit of bowling. What a grab in the deep.
The world is so full of bubbles. As an experience,
Yeah, we haven't seen many miscues from this Trent Rockets batting line-up, and even that one from Kola Cadmore has managed to find the boundary. Really playing second fiddle either, 27 off 13 deliveries.
Oh, I mean, his strike rate's below 210. I don't know what he's playing at. Dawid Malan is up at 255. 74 from 29 balls. And it's been really noticeable that in the ball striking from Malan, from Hales before him, and from Kola Cadmore. The only time he's left his ground, the rest of the time his feet on the floor, head over the ball. Wow. Sock, bash, kapow. I love those Batman graphics. They're so good. No jokers out there, that's for sure. But a riddle or two for Jos Buttler that he's not coming up with an answer for.
I love it though. Just anyone at home watching who does play cricket can just grab balls, go down to the club, get your mate to toss them up for you, and just practice hitting the ball as far as you can. 'Cause that's what these guys do. I'm sure they absolutely love it.
Yeah, Malan is loving it. 170, 139 for Hales. The Rockets at the top of the charts. There's little wonder why. And then the other thing you can practice, you know, and you don't even have to... Remember Harry Kane at Lord's a few days back, getting balls lobbed at him, you know, full tosses, underarm. You don't have to do it off full pace, but practice trying to hit the ball with a firm base, with your feet on the floor, use the hips to drive the arms and see how far you can hit it. Because that's what these guys are doing. It's magnificent ball striking. It really is. There's been so much control in it. And so even when they do miscue it slightly, the power and the speed generated is enough to still make the ball carry these boundaries. And they're not small ones here. It's rather ruined the party, though. It was cooking up nicely at the halfway point. The home crowd cheering on every boundary towards the back end of that innings, but they have just been stunned into silence here. 149 from 65 deliveries, 41 needed from 35, and it should be a cakewalk from here for the table leaders, Trent Rockets.
Andy Flower, head coach of the Trent Rockets. Had a lot of success with England. Also done a lot of franchise coaching. CPL was successful there, IPL as well. Wonder how much influence he's having on this group of players.
Oh, Pepsi!
150 up. Ripple of applause from the Rockets dugout. Nothing from anywhere else. Now, he had a bit of a reputation, didn't he, by the end of his time as England coach, as being, well, let's be kind and say he was a tough taskmaster, and that the players and those around weren't having a great deal of fun. I wonder if, as we all do, as we get older, we learn and we adapt and we change our ways a little bit. It certainly looks as though the Trent Rockets are enjoying themselves right now. All business until it's done, I suppose, but boy, this has been a run chase. It really has. Not done yet. Errors. And it's hardly surprising. Just had the wind knocked out of the sails, the Manchester Originals. Crunch. 6 more.
Yeah, it's the length. This time, short delivery from Andre Russell. Pace off as well, so only 74 miles an hour. It just means it's sat up nicely for Malan to get his hands through the ball all the way.
Well, I put it to Samit Patel at the halfway point that it was a chunky old run chase. He didn't seem to be too fazed by that. I also said, you guys down the order haven't had much of a hit yet in the competition. It's all been Malan and Hales. Said, there's no problem with that either. I say, well, I don't know why I'm bothering. It's going to be the case again today. They're not going to get much of a hit out today, that is for sure.
Yeah, when you look at their lineup, a lot of them played for Notts Outlaws, Alex Hales, Samit Patel himself, Fletcher, even people on the bench, and they do have that aura about them, very relaxed. They don't seem fazed by too much. Might just be filtering through.
.30 from 30.
That's dogged fielding.
Whether or not I fit the existing image, it's all 9s and 6s. Who defines your blueprint of what success is? This is alchemy in practice, elemental, galactic. Tracing these puzzle pieces from Jigsaw to Jurassic.
The all-new Volkswagen Taigo SUV. Go your own way.
McCoy's sponsors the 100 on Sky Sports.
Well, Tom Hartley is going to come on with his left arm spin. He's only bowled the one set so far of 5, cost him 12. Really is a case of damage limitation here at the moment. Obviously, with just the 8 teams, 2 points for a win. If you can minimise margins of defeat, that you never know, that might help you out at some point later on in terms of net run rate. But this really has been a massacre. Oh, what a delivery. Oh, he's got him. Where's he been? Looks like Kohler Cadmore is going to consult with Milan. Well, that looked like a terrific delivery. Yep, we're going upstairs. Bumble.
Player review for LBW. On-field decision is out. It's a fair delivery. Start with front on, please. Okay, that's clearly missed the bat. We'll go straight to ball tracking, please. Ball tracking coming up. Pitching in line. Impacts in line. Wickets hitting. Nigel, coming back to you to stay with your original decision. You're on screen now. Signal.
Fantastic delivery, fantastic decision from Nigel Long. And that ends another scintillating partnership. Kohler Cadmore's got to go for 30. So it looks as though we are about to leave our viewers on main event. If you want to keep watching the end of this game, you go to the 100 channel. Oh, it's a breakthrough, but it seems as though it's very much too little too late. Some delivery though from Tom Hartley.
Yeah, it was. He's a tall player, so he can bowl awkward lifts, but that's also turned as well. That's what's probably caught Kohler Cadmore out. Expecting it to turn as much as it did.
Yeah, it went quickly as well, didn't it? He had absolutely no chance to adjust. Tom Hartley there, rocking the Bobby Charlton brush over. I'm only jealous.
Hey.
think I'll just leave you on your own today, Butch. You're on a roll.
It's put me in a padded room, I think. Well, an excellent set. A really good set from Tom Hartley. 29 needed from 25. I think Hartley's going to have to go again, yeah, and he will. Bowl 10 on the bounce from the Brian Statham end. Time for us to go, Lids.
Second set then for Tom Hartley. 28 from 24, simply too late. Excellent performance from David Milan, 86 from 36. Can he get a century and become the second centurion? Thinking of coming back for two. No, it's only one.
Come on, Tommy boy, come on!
So Milan needs 13 of the 27 required to get his 100.
Hey.
Unbelievable run. 189 for 3. You thought they'll have to play well. They could do it with the firepower that they have, but Hales, Milan and Kola Cadmore, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I think the originals bowlers were ordinary. I mean, really ordinary. Plans were set. I know no one goes out there to make it easy, but I thought at times they were predictable. They looked nervous. They looked like they didn't have a plan. You know, when Alex Hales comes to the crease, you know he's going to try and hit it out of Manchester.
Hey!
Something to come back with when he's coming at you. Surely is the plan. 80 gone, 166. He played well. Kola Cadmore 30 from 17. They could have gone Munro in next, but Munro's had a couple of hits, so they've gone Cobain. Maybe Andy Flowers looking deeper into the tournament, get some time for Cobain in the middle. Obviously, no Joe Root. Joe Root would have been in around about now, but he's on test match duty for the rest of the summer. It's a good balanced squad, isn't it? And you think Rashid Khan will come back into it. World-class leg spinner.
24 million off the last 20 balls until on the next 5. It's number 13, Tristan Stubbs.
Stubbs into the attack, batted brilliantly. Well, for 10 balls earlier, 4 of those balls disappeared out of the ground. And a mis-stumping. Mis-stumping outside the off stump. Maybe there was an edge on it. Yep, an edge. It just went past the keeper. Yeah, came at him, Cobain. Outside edge, just. Runs given, so just 20 needed now. Got it down to virtually a run a ball. That's how good they've been. Reverse in the air, but past the man at 45 on the offside. That's 4 more. They're in a hurry. And this is a clear message to all the other teams out there about the Trent Rockets and what they are up for this year. Doesn't matter what opposition's set, we have the firepower to come at you. I like the way it's not about personal milestone as well. Cobain could be thinking, oh, we'll get David Milan to his 100, win the game. Just win the game. Net run rate could come in useful at the end of the group stage. Milan won't care one bit, to be honest. He could belt the next 2 balls out of the ground. Absolutely. Get it done. I think he's thinking of that not out. I reckon he's thinking of 100. We had one from Smeed. We nearly had one from Beth Mooney yesterday, 97. Couple of sixes and we'll have another.
Keep hanging in, boys, in a crazy 5 balls. Come on. Hello, Dre. Oh, Manor. Play with feathers, get your ass. Crazy 5 balls coming. No! Brilliant, boys.
Another 5 done. 14 needed from 15.
Originals will have to go back to the drawing board and think, well, okay, 189 for only 3 wickets off the 100 balls. Have we got to get to 200? Sure. Bowling coach Glenn Chappell, Simon Catich will be saying to his bowlers, come on, I wasn't good enough today. Simply, you have to set the tone.
Catch it.
Doesn't time that. Opening ball tone. 3 or set 5 when 4 after 2 set 5 after getting 189 you try and set the tone with the ball. You'll know that, Dom. You've opened the bowling. Set the tone with the new ball and that didn't. And that got players off the fly and it's very difficult to make it when Hales and Cola all going were. All reversed. Get home, he might get one on the backside. He does a little bit of pain. He's into the night.
Also, Nasser, as a bowling unit, they've got to put their hands up. You can look at the coaching staff and say, well, what are they doing? Sometimes the players have to just take responsibility. And say today just wasn't good enough.
I love it, Paul. Bang!
And on the other side. Well, and it's probably not for now on commentary, but needs to be a serious discussion about Alex Hales and his future. New regime. Alex Hales is a serious player. 10 balls to go, 8 needed.
Get it, Tommy.
Now it's 10 balls to go, 8 needed.
You're right, on the other side, Hales. 2 players one who's played in Alex Hales and has done it on the big stage, and another man who's come through and pushing the likes of Jason Roy for that opener's position.
I think it's okay. I'd have still played Hales, by the way. I was always one for just pick your best players. Just, you know, they win you games, they win you tournaments. But it was fine when you had the depth of talent that they had, and you had Morgan and you had Stokes. Now Morgan has gone. Stokes not playing 50 over cricket. Roy out of nick. He may be past. He may be, what's his age? 33. Still think there's a lot of good cricket left in him. Will Smith. Tournament. Into the
these.
Can he get